What's up, YouTube? Back again for another video, and it's another day on call. But there's something a little bit different about this call compared to other calls. We are now in the month of Ramadan, and if you are unfamiliar, Ramadan is a month, it's a ninth month of the Islamic calendar, and it's a month where all the Muslims, the millions and millions of Muslims around the world, we all fast for 1 month. So during this month of Ramadan, life still goes on as it normally does, but we participate in this fasting. Now, how does that work practically? We basically wake up before sunrise and we have a meal. That meal is called suhoor. At that time, we have our meal. We have our morning prayer. Muslims pray 5 times a day, and one of those prayers are right at sunrise. So we have our morning prayer, and after that, we begin our fast, which means it's a dry fast, which means no food, no water for the fasting hours, and that is until sunset. Now, like I mentioned, this is the ninth month of the Islamic calendar, and the Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar. So what that means is that every year Ramadan changes. So sometimes Ramadan is in the summer months when the hours of daylight are very long, and those are very long fasts. Other months, it's in the winter time where the day is very short. Those are shorter fasts. Currently, we're in April while I'm filming this video, so it's kind of in between, and we have these fasting hours from sunrise to sunset. Now, today I want to take you along because even though I work as a doctor full-time, most doctors still end up fasting while they're working. And you might be considering, that sounds pretty difficult. And it's true, fasting is not easy. But what happens is that when you are fasting as a community with all the millions of other Muslims, plus I've been doing this for many, many years, we do it only 1 month of the entire year, somehow it becomes easier. And surprisingly, in my particular field as a doctor, days when we're not fasting, if you pulled a random doctor walking in the hospital and you asked them when was the last time you ate, a lot of them end up almost fasting because we get really invested in our work. Our schedules are unpredictable. The things that we do at work every single day are unpredictable. So it's not unreasonable, and it's not uncommon to see doctors who haven't eaten or drank anything for multitude of hours while they're in the hospital. On top of that, as you know, doctors also work 24 hours. For most people, that might seem insane that you're staying awake and you're working for 24 hours. So doctors are a little bit different in terms of their workflow compared to the other rest of the general working population. I would consider doctors as just a little bit different. Our hours are just a little bit more unpredictable, and our lifestyles are just completely different. So practically, how did that work out this morning? So in the morning, I woke up really early before sunrise. I had a meal, and it's very important to decide exactly what you're going to eat because that kind of sets the precedent for the rest of the day. So you have more nutritious things. You don't get up and just have salty breakfast meats. You have some yogurt. I personally enjoy having a little bit of cereal. I drink some milk. We have some dates, and we have other meals that can kind of fulfill nourishment throughout the day. You hydrate as much as possible. You make the intention that, I'm going to fast for the rest of the day. And then until sunrise, we don't have to worry. But now, given the fact that I'm on call tonight, I'll be up all night. I'll be working. So I'm going to take you guys along with me. Let's see how the day goes today. And I'll show you exactly what a doctor usually has during our Iftar time, which is a time when we break our fast. So I have a little bit of a care package that I have with me. And when it comes time for breaking fast, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So let's see what the day has in store for us. So let's go. So another thing that gets commonly asked is, why do us Muslims fast in the first place? And actually, fasting is not something that's unique to Islam. It's actually found in many other religions. And as you may or may not know, Islam is one of the major monotheistic religions, so we believe in a single creator. So essentially, this month is a very introspective month. We take our time to really develop consciousness of the creator. We take this 1 month to develop a connection with the creator. It's a detox, physical and spiritual detox. During this 1 month, us Muslims are encouraged to donate our time for charity. We donate our money for charity. We are helping we feed the poor. We're encouraged to do a lot of these tasks that we're supposed to be doing throughout the year, but we're particularly encouraged during this 1 month. We usually gather in the evenings with friends and family. This is pandemic time, of course, gather in the evening with friends and family and open our fast together and just spend more time appreciating the other facets of life once you remove food and drink from it. So essentially, like, if you're able to build the discipline to refrain from food and drink during these fasting hours, then throughout the rest of the year, when you're able to drink and eat as much as you want, whenever you want, it makes it a lot easier to refrain from other things that may be displeasing to the Creator. And that essentially, in a nutshell, is what Ramadan and the spirit of Ramadan is all about. So with that being said, let's get to work and see what happens. All right, I've come in, kind of touched base, picked up a pager, took a look to see, anticipating what's going to happen for later tonight. Right now I'm going to run to the cafeteria, try to grab some drinks before that closes, and hope that I can at least have some quiet time to at least open my fast. So that'll be the plan. We'll see how it goes. So far, day's been not too bad, but now we're getting close to about 5:30 now, so we're getting close in about 2 hours. I'll check in with you again. So we're approaching the time to break our fast. That's called Iftar. So I'm going to give you guys a quick preview of what we have here tonight for Iftar at the hospital. So let me show you the menu of what we have tonight. So here's our Iftar menu for tonight at the hospital. So as is tradition with Ramadan, we always break our fast first with some dates and some water. Now, dates are highly nutritious, filled with fiber, a lot of nutrients, a lot of antioxidants, and they're high calorie food. And they have a lot of carbs in them. So after you've been fasting all day, carbs are definitely essential. So we always break our fast. It's tradition to have dates with some water. Now I also have this right here. This is a fruit salad. Again, you haven't had sugars all day. So if you're gonna get your sugars, you might as well get it from fruit and some healthy sources. So this is a simple fruit salad with strawberries, pears, grapes. And that's kind of essentially what we have for the iftar, which is just gonna be a very simple dates, fruit salad. And then in terms of the actual meal, after the iftar time, I'm actually gonna pray really quickly. And then after that, I will try to have the meal later on. I have some rice and chicken for the meal. And then, you always have to treat yourself. It's Ramadan, of course, treat yourself for a good day. So these are some chocolate covered almonds. So I'll have that as a treat. Now, because I'm on call, we only have 2 meals a day during Ramadan, and I will have both meals in the hospital. So in terms of the sahur, which is the meal that you have before sunrise, I have these right here. These are small little cakes that are basically a bunch of oats, quinoa, some dried fruits, very nutritious, very healthy. And with that, I also have this right here, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm probably gonna try to have a coffee at that time. If I can, I'm gonna try to go to the pantry and try to see if I can find some cereal that is normally for patients, but today it will be for me. And that's essentially it. Now, the trick with all of this is that you have to not eat it so fast, and you have to not get lethargic. So like I mentioned, you have to really be careful during Ramadan not to get lethargic, because you get lazy when it comes to doing other things that you should be doing in Ramadan, like praying, spending time with family. You become very lethargic since you've been fasting all day. And particularly it's important when you're a doctor or you're working, because if you become lethargic, it's going to be very difficult for you to do your job. So you have to be very careful and eat small portions, spread them out. Now, because I'll be up all night anyway, normally I would eat, spend some time, and then go to sleep, and then wake up again. This time I'll be up all night. So I'll be hydrating throughout the night, eating slowly throughout the night, and that's basically the goal. So in between work, I try my best to see if I can take a second to just pray. It doesn't take long. And especially during this month, I try to be extra conscious about it and take 2 minutes to pray. Actually, it's about time to open the fast, but a code trauma just got called. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these dates and a little bit of water, and I'm gonna keep it on me. And because we're taught to not delay opening the fast. So I'm gonna just have a date and kind of have it on the move and kind of go from there. And then I'll probably get to formally eat at a different time. And although it can be inconvenient, this is kind of the life of a doctor. Now I'm gonna have to just open this fast on the way to the emergency department. And hopefully when I'm done, I'll come back and I'll get to formally eat. So I'll check in with you again. Bismillah. All right, so you can never predict how the night is going to go. It's been quite a hectic and busy night for me. So far, it's now close to midnight, and I've had a little bit of my fruit salad. I had the dates, I had plenty of water, and that's it. I haven't even gotten a chance to properly eat my meal yet. My rice and chicken is still here. I didn't eat anything. So for now, what the plan is going to be is that I'm going to try my best to eat as well as hydrate throughout the night and until the early mornings of the hour and prepare for the upcoming fast. So it happens to be this time that I'm awake the entire night. Usually that's a good thing. You have more hours to catch up on hydration, but if it's a day like this, a night like this where it's been this busy, I just hope I'm even able to eat anything on a regular basis. So let's see how things go, but it's been quite a rough evening so far, so hopefully the evening will get better. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to eat. So I'll touch base with you guys again. So this is also pretty cool. I saw this up by the cafeteria. Kind of tells you a little bit about Ramadan, some Islamic facts. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of Muslims in the hospital in particular, so we all fast together. And so it's nice that our hospital actually has put up some signs for Ramadan. So that's encouraging, makes it a little bit easier. So another thing that people oftentimes ask me is like, how are you able to fast and think and do work? But actually, at a certain point when you're fasting, you go into this hyper-focused zone. And essentially what happens is that because now you're not thinking about eating, that's one less thing on your mind. That's one less decision that you have to make. And there's something called decision fatigue. And your brain actually gets tired when you're constantly having to make decisions. So when you take the equation of eating 3 meals a day, snacking, drinking, you take all that out of your mind, it's like one less thing for you to think about, and you just become hyper-focused on what you're doing. Because you don't have to really get up for anything unless you have to use the restroom. So actually, Ramadan, although it can be difficult at times, eventually you get into this hyper-focused zone, and it actually turns out to be really well. So far, so good. I actually wanted to show you something else too. Took a walk, came to the cafeteria, and on the tables in the cafeteria, they actually put up this sign here. Again, explaining a little bit about Ramadan, and kind of lets you know over here, Ramadan is a time when Muslims concentrate on their faith and spend less time on the concerns of everyday lives. It is a time of worship and contemplation. And that's actually very true and very nicely put. So this is kind of cool, kind of teaches other people that may not be Muslim about Ramadan, and it's good that it's just out here on the cafeteria for people to kind of take a look while they're eating, and they can kind of learn a little bit about Muslims and Ramadan. All right, what's up guys? It's about 2:30 in the morning, and I was able to eat my dinner / some of the breakfast that I was supposed to have, and so far so good. So now we're coming close to when I will start to fast once more, and in the meantime, let's hope things remain all right. Okay, so now we are reaching the morning. I was able to pray quickly. I was also ate my morning meal, drank some milk, plenty of water, and now pretty much ready to continue the day for another fast. So I'm gonna probably call it here. Thank you for joining me on this, give you a brief glimpse of how it is being a Muslim and a doctor full-time during Ramadan. For those who are watching this channel who are Muslim, Ramadan Mubarak. I hope you guys have a safe and blessed Ramadan. And for those that are non-Muslims, I hope you learned something about Ramadan on this journey. And yeah, I'm pretty tired, so I'm probably gonna head to bed soon once I get out of here. So if you like my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. More content on medicine coming your way. And until next time, I'll see you again.